This is News 25 with Deanna O'Donnell. News 25, local news you can count on. News is brought to you by J.K. Nelson Law. Give them a call, 727-9900.
Hi, and welcome for joining us here on News 25. I'm Deanna O'Donnell. Today is Tuesday, December 14th. The Highway Patrol has identified a man killed while walking along Highway 373 in Amargosa Valley.
36-year-old Edward Howerton of Amargosa Valley died last Friday evening on State Route 373 when he was struck by a vehicle. State troopers say an unknown vehicle was traveling southbound on 373 near mile marker 15 when, for reasons unknown, Howerton entered the southbound travel lane. The right front of the unknown vehicle struck Howerton, then left without stopping. Howerton died at the scene. The vehicle and its driver has not yet been located. If you know anything about this crash that might help investigators, you're asked to contact the Nevada Highway Patrol Southern Command.
And the Southern Nevada Health District today confirmed the state's first case of COVID-19 caused by the Omicron variant. The Southern Nevada Public Health Laboratory tested the specimen and is continuing to provide genome sequencing for the positive COVID-19 cases to determine the presence of variants in the community. The individual who tested positive is a fully vaccinated female in her mid-20s. She has not received a booster dose of vaccine, and the case is still being investigated at this time. On November 26th of this year, the World Health Organization classified a new COVID-19 variant as a variant of concern and named it Omicron. The new variants develop when the virus can replicate well and travel from person to person, and vaccination plays a key role in reducing the rate of new variants. Scientists are gathering data about the variant, and the state continues to urge Nevadans to get vaccinated as quickly as possible. Mccarran Airport has a new name. Family members and officials today gathered to rename the Las Vegas airport after former Senator Harry Reid. The 82-year-old served in the U.S. Senate for 30 years. He was the longest-serving senator in Nevada state history when he retired in 2017. And the road conditions tonight and tomorrow for Blue Diamond Highway show rain and snow likely tonight with high near 44 degrees and winds from 28 to 30 miles per hour. This is the conditions at this time which you are seeing. There is snow up there and traffic is at very slow to standstill. The gusts are expected as high as 45 miles per hour. A 40% chance of snow between 9 p.m. and 1 a.m. is likely. Mostly cloudy, then becoming gradually clear with a low around 27 degrees. Breezy with a west wind of 21 to 26 miles per hour, decreasing to 10 to 15 miles per hour after midnight. New snow accumulation of less than 1 inch is possible. The rest of the week is sunny skies, and the pass is expected to be clear. News 25 will return right after this.
You're watching News 25, the most recognized and farthest-reaching local news in Nye County. News 25, local news you can count on.
Welcome back. Pahrump resident Heidi Fleiss is mourning the loss of several of her prized pet macaws. Fleiss tells News 25 a bobcat killed the birds.
The Nye County Sheriff's Office was called to Fleiss's residence in North Pahrump for a report of a bobcat inside her home. News 25 spoke with Fleiss, who says the bobcat entered her home and killed 7 of her pet macaws. Fleiss says she's sure the cat was a domesticated animal. She says that it did not eat any of the birds, and it was perched up high when she entered the room and appeared docile. Nye County Animal Control says the bobcat was wild, and officers were called to Fleiss's home the day before when they advised her to take precautions to safeguard her birds. The Sheriff's Office contacted the Nevada Department of Wildlife. The bobcat was captured and relocated. Fleiss has dedicated her life to her macaws and is often contacted for advice on the species. Heidi says she's devastated at the loss of her animals. She says the birds were worth about $60,000.
Well, the Polar Express is about to roll into Pahrump. The annual event organized by Pahrump Disability Outreach Program is coming to town this Friday, December 17th. PDOP's David Berukowitz says the holiday event will be fun for the entire family.
So we are doing the PDOP Polar Express night. We decided after Pumpkin Days that we wanted to do something to give back to the community for the Christmas time. And so we partnered with Santa here in town and decided that we're going to do this. And so we have the Polar Express night coming. and it's going to be a lot of fun for everybody. It's December 17th from 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. It's at the Coalition's multi-purpose room there on Wilson. 1020 East Wilson is the address, and it's going to be in their gym there at the Coalition building. We're going to be starting at 6 p.m. and we're going to start with our PDOP train. We're going to be driving to the North Pole on our train, and the kids will get to experience lights and beautiful Christmas decorations. And then Santa will be arriving at 7 o'clock, and from 7 to 9 we'll be showing the Polar Express, and there'll be hot chocolate and cookies, and Santa will be there for photographs, and we're just going to have a lot of fun. We're charging $1 for admission. Predominantly that's a result of the license that we have for the showing of the Polar Express, and so we have to quantify how many people come, and so the easiest way was to charge $1. With the attendance and with that admission, all children are getting a little gift pack with a bell from the reindeer and a authentic Polar Express ticket. And so that's really just a way of kind of tracking the numbers. So essentially it's free, but it's $1 for admission. Of course, it's open to everybody, like all of our PDOP events. They're family events, so adults, children, anybody who wants to come, it's open for them. There's always money involved to make these things function for the community, and we want to give a shout out to those who have donated to our event. Specifically at this time, we have Sugar and Spice, the bakery. Jessica has sponsored our event. We also have Santa from here in our community, and you'll get to hear from him in a minute. And then we also have Russ and Christy Meads who have donated to help us out as well as J&A Trucking who have made a significant donation. So we appreciate them, and without them, we wouldn't have great events like this.
Well, December is Safe Toys and Gifts Month. According to the U.S. Consumer Product Safety Commission, toy-related injuries sent nearly 200,000 kids to emergency departments last year. Many of the injuries and deaths were associated with choking on small toys or objects. Dr. Adam Keating, a pediatrician with Cleveland Clinic Children's, says it's critical to give age-appropriate gifts, especially when it comes to kids under 3.
We know that kids under 3 have a propensity for putting things in their mouths. That's how they developmentally explore the world. And anything that's basically smaller than what you can fit through a toilet paper tube roll is a choking hazard.
Dr. Keating recommends following age guidelines listed on a toy's packaging. If you're buying a toy for an older child, he says it's important to be aware of any younger siblings in the home who may also have access to the gift. Small balls and toys with small parts, like building sets, are common choking hazards and should be kept away from children younger than 3 years old. Anything powered by a button battery should also be avoided for young kids. If swallowed, those round, flat batteries have the potential to burn a hole in a child's stomach or intestines, which can be a life-threatening medical emergency. And if a bike, scooter, or hoverboard is on your child's wish list, be sure you pair it with a helmet.
What I will often tell kids in my office is, there's the possibility of falling and hurting any part of you. But I don't ask kids to wear a bike suit of armor. I ask them to wear a bike helmet because the other parts of your body largely are going to heal even if you injure them. Sometimes if you injure your brain, it doesn't get better.
According to the CPSC, it's also a good practice to check that a toy has not been banned or recalled before buying it.
More news, including sports, after this break.
You're watching News 25, brought to you by Mountain West Lawyer, Injury Attorneys, 727-9500. News 25, local news you can count on.
Well, the Trojan girls basketball team remains undefeated. The boys team is gaining momentum, and it's crunch time for the Raiders if they want to make the playoffs. Here's Doug Ferber.
Hello, sports fans. The Pahrump Valley High School girls basketball team continues to roll along. They are 9-0, ranked 3rd in the state overall, ranked 1st in the state 3A. Last night, the Lady Trojans trounced host Somerset Academy of Losey 54-16. Leading the way again was Taylor Wambacher, who put in 20 points, including 4 3-pointers. Adriana Avina added 11 points for the Lady Trojans. Think about it for a moment. The girls soccer team won their last 19 straight to win the state title in November. There are several members of that team on the Lady Trojan basketball team, including Avina and Avery Moore. For those girls, they have been on the winning side for 28 straight games. Impressive? I would say so. The girls travel to Bullhead City for our tournament beginning Monday. Meanwhile, the Trojan boys basketball team is gaining momentum. Last night, the boys beat Equipo Academy of Las Vegas on the road 71-23. Aiden McClard threw in 13 points, Robert Sims added 12, and Cy Blue Gleason grabbed 13 rebounds in the win. The boys are now 3-3 overall after losing 2 of 3 in last weekend's tournament in Wendover, Utah. The boys travel to North Las Vegas tomorrow night to take on Cristo Rey, then head to Bullhead City with the girls for a winter break tournament next week. The UNLV men's basketball team has won 2 in a row, beating Hartford Saturday afternoon, 95-78 at Thomas and Mack. Bryce Hamilton scored 33 and teammate Donovan Williams added 32 in the win. The Running Rebs host Omaha tomorrow evening. Tip-off is set for 8 p.m. The Lady Rebels were beaten Sunday at Texas Tech 68-61, but Desiree Young had another noteworthy night, scoring 19 points for the Lady Rebs, who are now 6-3 on the season. The UNLV women host the University of Pacific on Saturday. Tip-off at Cox Pavilion is set for 2 p.m. The Las Vegas Golden Knights skated past the Minnesota Wild on Sunday evening at T-Mobile 6-4. Zach Whitecloud led his team with 2 goals, and Chandler Stevenson had 4 assists for the VGK. The Knights are playing the Bruins in Boston as we speak. The Las Vegas Raiders were confident heading into Arrowhead Stadium this past Sunday, trailing the Chiefs by 2 games. The Raiders were looking to close in on Kansas City. They were so confident, they entered the stadium in front of a sellout crowd and stomped the Chiefs logo. Well, that was the only stomping the Raiders did Sunday, as the Chiefs jumped out to a 35-0 lead, finishing with a 48-9 win against the Silver and Black. The Raider running game might take blame for the Raiders losing their last 5 of 6 games. Sunday, they rushed for a total of 44 yards. After starting the season holding down first place in the AFC West at 5-2, the Raiders are now looking up from the bottom of their division at 6-7. The Raiders will have to win out to have a chance at the playoffs. They play the Browns in Cleveland this Sunday. If you have any inspirational stories, athletes, or ideas, send me an email at dougf@kpvm25.tv. Now back to the news desk.
Well, it is some exciting news. It looks like the 2024 Super Bowl will be played in Las Vegas at the Allegiant Stadium. The official announcement is set for tomorrow. And News 25 has just learned that there has been a request to shut down Highway 160 at Mountain Springs so that the plows can work to clear the roadway. An alternate route, of course, is Highway 95. Well, Local Motorcycle Club is helping Santa Claus this year by gathering toys to be given out to local children. Tribe Motorcycle Club leader Ralph Pillman tells News 25 it's been a tough year, but they're still able to help dozens of families.
Well, we've been doing this. I looked up at the archives. I think we started in 1991 out here, very small, and we've grown into what we are today. You've been to many of the runs, so you understand what it entails. And we appreciate you guys coming every year so that we can reach the community. So we've been doing it a lot of years, and so we just want to. We just like to reach out to the community. It's the Oasis Outreach and Tribe Motorcycle Club, and a lot of volunteers. Okay, I stand up here and take the bows, but there's so many people behind that make this work.
You aren't going to have the typical run again this year, right?
Absolutely not, because of the COVID, and we don't want to take any chances for the young people and their families and stuff like this, and for Tribe itself. So we're going to do it in a different way. We did it last year, but we were even more guarded last year, but we're easing up a little bit. Hopefully next year, Deanna will be doing just like we've done for years. This will be where they come, and we'll have Santa Claus will be here, and of course Danny will be playing the guitar and singing songs and stuff like this. It'll be just a festive time, and the kids will pull up in each car. We'll let the kids out to meet Santa, and we'll give them their toys, and we'll put turkeys and all the goodies in their car, and they'll be on.
The club has set up toy collection boxes around town. They've received fewer donations this year, and Pillman says they're really in need of bicycles.
Donations are a little tougher than it's been in previous years, but we're hoping next year will be better. The bicycles we're really hurting for bicycles right now. They're averaging 128 and 90 and 80, and I went down there and tried to smooth them, but it didn't work.
Yeah, so. Trying to get some deals on some bikes now.
Yeah, they couldn't do it. So
in addition to toys, Tribe Motorcycle Club is also donating meals to local families thanks to contributions from local businesses.
Albertsons is helping, Walmart's helping on another part of it, Smith's helps on another. We used to be we would get it all in one place, but it's different than other previous years.
And if you'd like to help local families this Christmas, there's still time to make a donation.
If they want to bring bicycles and stuff, they can bring it over to Inks Automotives, which is involved too, and we'll put the bicycles over there. Our needs are bicycles this year. We averaged out 70 to 100 bicycles a year, but we didn't do it this year.
Of course, cash is always welcome. Pillman says if you'd like to make a monetary donation to help with this year's Christmas deliveries, you can send a check to Oasis Outreach. That address, P.O. Box 1150, Pahrump, Nevada 89041. You can also call Tribe Motorcycle Club at 775-727-6931.
We'll return right after this break.
News 25 WeatherCam is brought to you by Lerner and Rowe Injury Attorney's Office in Pahrump. In a wreck, need a check? Call 702-877-1500.
Well, it is a beautiful day out there, although there's a lot of snow up there on the mountain. We're going to find out more with your weather forecast right after this.
Hi, good evening, Nevada. It's John Kohler from the KPVM Channel 25 Weather Studios on a blustery, let's call that an accurate description of today, blustery Tuesday. Man, look at that wind, look at that rain, look at that snow. I hope you're driving safe out there. It's all going to go away, but in the meantime, made for a real interesting day up and down the state. Look at this mid-30s from Fernley Fallon, Carson City, Tonopah all the way down to Goldfield. Look at those lows at night down in Tonopah and Goldfield, 11 degrees. Out to Beatty, 47 degrees. So it's improving. Amargosa, 52. Okay. Vegas didn't even get to 60, 58 degrees out there. And then Death Valley, 63 is the temperature. Kind of frosty for Death Valley. Here in Pahrump, well, let's take a look. 44 degrees. This is the current temperature. Good night for a fire in the fireplace, don't you think? We're heading down to a low of 31. That's frosty. East-southeasterly winds continue to buffet us at an average of 16 miles per hour, but there are still some big gusts moving and grooving out there as this weather system moves on through. Humidity at 73% as the sun set this evening at 4:30 p.m. It's going to rise in all its glory and promise tomorrow at 6:47 a.m. We'll look forward to that. And the highs tomorrow, 46 degrees. Wind, look at that, down to 5 miles per hour. All right, getting downright civilized. That humidity dropping down to 50% as we head into the week. What does that mean? It means we got clear skies coming. Yeah, we got a couple more days of clouds, but Friday, Saturday, Sunday, going to clear right out. Temperatures rocketing up to a majestic 50 type degrees throughout the weekend. It's like a winter day. What are you going to do? But beautiful sunshine and clouds returning Monday, Tuesday. In fact, they're telling us we're going to have another big rain event next Wednesday. So it's just a day off the calendar, but we'll look forward to that and make plans accordingly. But the weekend looking pretty good, Back to the desk. Here's Deanna.
All right, we do want to talk to our travelers up there in Mountain Springs. The highway is currently shut down. They do have crews going up there to go and remove the snow and put down some salt, and that is going to take a little while. So if you're headed in that direction, it's best to use US Highway 95. And if you're stuck up there on the mountain, hopefully they will be opening that soon as it gets cleared and is safe for travel. And of course, we want to remind everybody that there is a Christmas community dinner happening at Nye Communities Coalition. That's going to happen on Christmas Eve, and that is from 11 a.m. until 2 p.m. It's at 1020 East Wilson Road. Of course, it is free. The Pahrump Holiday Task Force puts it on. It's going to be fantastic, December 24th. That's going to wrap up this edition of News 25. I'm Deanna O'Donnell. Safe travels out there. We'll see you back here tomorrow.